After having weight loss surgery, Tammy Slatten's attitude worsened, indicating that her problems are deeper than the 1,000 elf sisters. Over the past few years, Tammy Slatten, star of 1,000 elf sisters, has experienced many highs and lows in her life, both before and after undergoing weight loss surgery. However, following her significant transformation, Tammy's attitude has gotten worse than it has ever been. As she progressed through the years on 1,000 elf sisters with her sister Amy Slatten, Tammy displayed a variety of facets of her personality. As 1,000 Elf Sisters Season 7 finally premieres, viewers have gotten right into the show, making it evident that Tammy's situation has changed once more. By the end of 1,000 Elf Sisters Season 6, it was evident that Tammy's situation was changing, despite the fact that the show focused on the immediate aftermath of her weight loss surgery and the death of her husband, Caleb Willingham. Tammy took the difficult decision to continue with the show after the tragedy, and she has been trying her hardest to live her life with a renewed feeling of self-assurance as she has been losing weight steadily. Despite the rapid changes, Tammy's challenging attitude has persisted throughout the series and appears to be becoming worse. To address her more serious mental health concerns, Tammy must put in the effort. Tammy's mental health appeared to be at an all-time low prior to her weight loss surgery, despite the fact that she has always had a lot to deal with. Tammy ended up in a weight reduction rehab in 2023 after she put herself in a difficult condition with her health and was put into a medically induced coma at the end of 2022. Tammy's mental health deteriorated when she found herself separated from her family and found it difficult to maintain optimism about her future. Even though Tammy had already struggled with mental health concerns throughout her childhood, she seemed to blame her weight for a large portion of her mood and depression problems. She had to finish required therapy while she was working things out in rehab, but it didn't seem to be as beneficial as she had thought. It was not surprising that Tammy struggled to get by in her life, because mental health problems are prevalent for anyone, much less someone in her situation. It has become evident that Tammy's mental health problems persist, and that she has to address them as 1,000 Elf Sisters has taken on more of her life following her weight loss operation. Even though her family gave her every chance to participate in their activities, Tammy still battled to feel accepted in recent episodes of 1,000 Elf Sisters Season 7. Before surgery, Tammy was accustomed to isolating herself and feeling guilty about not being involved. But it was heartbreaking to see her continue the behavior when she wasn't being excluded or isolated. Following her operation, Tammy has been making significant efforts to manage her physical health and adapt to her new lifestyle. Similarly, after reducing a significant amount of weight, Tammy needs to address the aspects of her life related to her mental health. Tammy needs to put in the effort to address her more serious mental health concerns, even if she probably thinks like she can just return to her life the way she had before. The 1,000 Elf Sisters star deserves herself that grace, even though it might take some time. But Chris Combs, the 1,000 Elf Sisters star, has drastically improved his health and shed pounds since his TV debut. While Amy and Tammy Slatten's weight loss adventures are the focus of the show, other of their siblings, including 44-year-old Chris, have also been involved. The extent to which Chris has transformed his life and progressed over the years cannot be emphasized. Chris battled weight all of his youth, and the issue persisted into maturity. He will always be hampered by his weight. It reduced his quality of life and led to health issues. Chris made the decision to lose weight on his own after being inspired by his well-known sisters and being concerned about his own death. He went above all expectations and, in many respects, outperformed the other Slaton siblings. Chris is not only healthier than ever, but he also looks thinner than ever in the just-released Season 7 of 1,000 Elf Sisters. It hasn't been easy for him to lose weight. Chris has experienced numerous highs and lows, plateaus, and ups and downs, but it has all been worthwhile. Continue reading to find out how Chris's health has improved as a result of his weight loss journey. Chris didn't have the best quality of life prior to losing weight. The 1,000-Pound Sisters, Season 7 star battled high blood sugar and severe obesity. Chris was receiving up to 5 insulin shots daily when his health was at its worst. His body hurt all the time, and it was hard to move about. Apart from all of that, Chris didn't enjoy his appearance or his self-perception prior to weight loss. Chris was afraid on top of everything else. The 1,000 Sisters Season 7 star was terrified since he had witnessed the death of his own father from severe obesity when he was about Chris' age. Like his father had abandoned him, Chris didn't want to abandon his own family. He hoped to live for a very long time. Another reason was that he wanted to show his daughter that it was possible to get back on track because she was beginning to struggle with her own weight. When 1,000 Sisters debuted in 2020, Chris weighed more than 450 pounds. Chris shed 150 pounds following bariatric surgery in 2022. In March 2024, Chris's physician, Dr. Eric Smith, shared a stunning before and after photo of him on Instagram. A recent picture of Chris doing a 5K run is on the right, and a picture of him prior to weight loss is on the left. The way that Chris' health has altered since starting his weight loss quest is perfectly captured in this split-screen contrast. I've never chosen to embark on and continue a journey as good as this one. Chris's weight loss journey hasn't always been easy. He hit a weight loss stall during Season 6 of 1,000 Sisters. He was upset when, after losing weight rapidly at first, his progress stagnated. Chris was keen to get rid of all the extra skin that had formed as a result of his quick weight loss. When doctors advised him to shed an additional 60 pounds initially, he was devastated. Chris managed to shed enough weight to be eligible for the operation, but it wasn't an easy feat. Chris has been shedding pounds the traditional manner, by exercising and following a diet. In an effort to motivate the entire family to get more active, he even bought gym memberships for them all during 1,000 Sisters Season 6. He truly wanted that surgery, but later in the season, Chris continued turning away mouth-watering meals that he would have loved to eat. When Chris' doctor eventually gave the all-clear at the end of the season, he had skin removal surgery. The cherry on top of Chris' weight loss adventure is his skin removal. Chris underwent skin removal surgery during Season 6 of 1,000 Sisters. After his surgery, he and his wife, Brittany Combs, 36, left the hospital together, and he looked like a different guy. Following surgery, Chris lies in his hospital bed and declares, "This is the best journey that I've ever decided to take and stick with." He is exhausted but content. Chris wanted to stay up to date with his wife and his grandchildren. As stated in the caption, Chris' skin removal is the icing on his weight loss journey's cake. Chris did whatever he set his mind to, and it was amazing. Chris appeared and felt better than ever in the most recent Season 7 premiere of 1,000 Sisters. The family visited a nearby swimming hole during the show. She displayed the benefits of Chris' weight loss and skin removal operation as he removed his shirt to enter the pool. Chris is healthier than ever before, and he also looks like a shadow of the person he used to be. He no longer receives 5 daily insulin injections. He doesn't actually require insulin anymore. Even though Chris has made significant progress, his road is far from complete. Chris has more energy now than before he lost the weight. Given his good health, he will likely be there for his family for a very long time, which gives him comfort. The Slaton clan needs the 1,000-Pound Sisters star because he is their patriarch. His upbeat outlook and playful weight loss strategy have also made him a fan favorite. Even though Chris has made significant progress, his road is far from complete. Chris is thinking about going on to his chest now that the skin on his stomach has been removed. But last September, Tammy Slatten, star of 1,000 Sisters, made news when she was attacked by a camel at the Tennessee Safari Park. The supposedly enjoyable family outing devolved into a nightmare. The most recent season was just about to feature the moment. When the news first broke, many people were concerned for Amy. However, her siblings, Chris in particular, react differently to it. According to reports, Amy and her boyfriend, Brian Loveworn, visited a drive-through safari park last September when Amy was bitten by a camel. However, when the police arrived on the scene, the 1,000 Elf Sisters star was arrested rather than receiving assistance. One of the officers found illegal substances in her car after smelling a bad odor. The fact that Amy's kids were present only made matters worse. Amy was taken into custody on charges of narcotics possession and endangering children. On a $10,000 bond, she was freed. It is anticipated that the most recent season would delve further into the tragedy. Recently, TLC unveiled a sneak peek from the next 1,000 Elf Sisters episode. In it, the siblings offer their thoughts on Tammy Slatten's camel attack. At first, Chris couldn't understand how his sister could be bitten by a camel. "That bitch done got bit by a *** in camel, man," he said, laughing uncontrollably. "And you know, I initially assumed it was autocorrect when I saw it." No, that is absurd. The area of Amy's arm that had been bitten was then visible to Chris. However, he went on to make fun of her. "It bit her all the way down to the white meat, and that's not bullshit," he claimed. Simply removed a large plug from her arm. There is dangling and hanging fatty tissue. As he pictured the moment Amy was bitten, Chris kept giggling. Tammy Slatten also described what transpired in the same preview. The 1,000 Elf Sisters star claimed that although the day was meant to be enjoyable for the whole family, it ended up being the worst day of her life. "The camel just bit me," she added. "Will my hand be taken away from me?" Tammy, on the other hand, believed her sister was merely kidding. However, she also found herself smiling as she imagined her sister being bitten by a camel. After her incident, Amy was arrested and supposedly barred from the Tennessee Safari Park. On April 29, 2025, 1,000 Elf Sisters Season 7's third episode will premiere on TLC. The scene where Amy was bitten by a camel will be included. Additionally, Tammy will be shown in the episode telling her sisters that she is seeing someone. Tammy and Chris Combs will provide updates regarding his skin removal procedure. But Tammy Slatten revealed that she was seeing someone in Season 7 of 1,000 Elf Sisters, although she did not specify who it was. She also enjoyed the fact that her family was not informed about it. In the end, it was discovered that Tammy had a girlfriend, but what were the opinions of her family? Fans of the 1,000 Elf Sisters have observed Tammy Slatten in a variety of partnerships. However, she fell in love as she neared the end of her weight treatment. After an intense engagement, she and Caleb Willingham were married in the treatment facility. Tammy acknowledged that she was willing to date anybody she fell in love with, but sadly, Caleb died after she had returned home. Tammy left to visit her new partner at the start of Season 7. She eventually admitted that she was seeing a woman, but she had not yet disclosed this relationship to anyone. It was intriguing that she was keeping her love a secret because her family only wants her to be happy. Finally, Tammy tells two of her siblings the truth in the 1,000 Elf Sisters episode that aired on Tuesday, April 29. She discloses her relationship with a woman named Andrea to her sisters, Amanda Halterman and Misty Wentworth. It is quite significant because Tammy hasn't been with anyone since Caleb died. She begins by addressing Misty and Amanda, saying, "I understand that you guys don't like gay people." But Misty claps back, saying that sexual orientation is irrelevant. At that point, Tammy Slatten qualifies her statement by stating that although her family tolerates gay people, it still bothers her. "I'm really not sure why Tammy feels like we would have a problem with her dating a female," Amanda says in her confessional, expressing her confusion about why Tammy would feel or think that her family is so unaccepting, particularly given her deep ties to the homosexual community. "My son identifies as gay. As long as she treats you well, I don't care." Therefore, I must admit that I was really shocked when she abruptly said, "Well, I know you probably don't agree with me dating a woman." I was genuinely taken aback. It's obvious that Tammy Slatten did not anticipate the reception she received. Her sisters acknowledged something about the 1,000-pound sisters star, and they were totally cool with her having a girlfriend. Tammy's marriage to a woman was always anticipated by Misty and Amanda. It was therefore unexpected when she married Caleb. Simultaneously, it is hoped that Tammy will discover the right person. These wise comments were provided by Amanda. If she makes you happy, that's all we want for each other. That's all. However, I don't want any of us to give up on finding it. Don't be content. Continue searching until you locate precisely what you're looking for. Fans had a lot to say after meeting Andrea and witnessing her interactions with Tammy. They both wore black bands, which several people noticed, but those are probably promise rings. They also thought it was lovely to see how much Andrea loved Tammy. Now that Tammy's sisters are pleased for her, hopefully she will feel much better. Furthermore, it will be fascinating to observe Andrea's interactions with the family. Greetings and welcome to my channel, dear viewers. I hope you're having a great day. I'm Mina. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the video.